Hey, Lucinda. Happy Thursday. Lucinda, I am the only one in the chat. It's it's late. But hey, you got to do what you gotta do to get your hours. So hopefully somebody else will come through. I appreciate you, Lucinda. I hope you have had a happy holidays. Wishing you a happy new year, a happy and prosperous new year. Hey, Sonia. How you doing, Sonia? I hope you're still having a happy holiday as well. Wishing you a happy, and prosperous new year. I'm just on here. It's late, so I hope people come through. I gotta get these hours up. So you know how it is. We gotta do. We gotta do. We gotta let it run when we let it run. Have you made it back home yet, Sonia, or are you still visiting family? You're welcome. It's almost look. It's almost when is New Year's Eve Saturday. It's Friday. I mean, it's Friday already. Oh gosh, the time flies. It flies. It flies. We were just saying Merry Christmas to everybody. We are just saying Merry Christmas to everybody, and now it's almost New Year's Eve. Like we're what 24 hours away. What's tomorrow? No, 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 no. 48 hours away. 48 hours away from welcoming in a new year, 2023. Y'all making any New Year's resolutions, or are you just trying to be a better you tomorrow than you were yesterday, a better you next year than you were this year, a better you next year than you were 5 years ago? Guess it doesn't take resolutions to be a better you. Not with the hotel for 5 days. My phone was delayed. Southwest trip. Yo, your plane. Girl, I say phone. Your plane was really? Are they still having traveling issues? I thought once it started to almost everybody got snow. Almost all 50 states got snow or ice or something. But I thought things were clearing up. I thought things cleared up a couple of days ago. Well, that's a long delay. Oh my goodness. Gotta stay safe, Sonya. And I know that you are ticked off. Oh my gosh. So you will be at the hotel for New Year's Eve. Is it just Southwestern? Well, not Southwestern, Southwest. Is it just Southwest? Why did I say Southwestern? I'm thinking about food, I guess. Southwestern. Because that's about the only other thing I think about when I think Southwest. 5 days. That's a long time. I mean, what if you didn't have the money for a 5 day hotel stay? So how long will it take you to get home? Well, will you be home like right before New Year's, before 12, 5? Well, yeah, you should be home. You should be home. I just 5:46 a.m. You should be home. At least you'll be at home. You'll be home to welcome me in the new year. I hate that song. Nobody has. I mean, even if you have it, you have the money. You don't want to spend your money on a hotel room for 5 days. My goodness. Not mad. Some people stuck at the airport. I will be home at 5. Okay, okay. Yeah, some people are stuck at the airport. That's true. 5:30 p.m. Okay, that's true. Some people did get stuck at the airport. In fact, I had a short, and I think it was, if I'm remembering correctly, it was just over the holidays where that lady, I don't know what happened, but she was pissed off and she was tearing up the equipment at the airport. I know that can be frustrating. I don't know if if her flight got delayed. I don't know what happened with that lady, but she did too much. She was tearing up everything. She went right to jail. It's not funny. I'm sure something had her upset or something had her mad. So it's not funny, but I don't think it was worth going to jail because she did do a lot. She did too much. She was at the Miami airport. I shared a short where she was tearing the stuff up and she stayed there. So I don't know. She was tearing up the equipment in the not the hotel, in the airport, and policeman came, put the cuffs on her, and took her in. I'm just glad. I don't think she had anybody with her. I'm glad no children were with her. So what are you cooking for? Are you cooking for New Year's Eve or New Year's Day? Are you having a New Year's Day meal, Sonya? Okay, okay, that's good. That's good. I hope so. I hope that they would reimburse you because that's a lot of money for to hotel stay for 5 days. 5 days that you didn't intend to stay there. That's expensive. So I'm glad you'll be getting that back. Oh, Sonya, I'm so undecided. I want to cook again. I want to cook for New Year's. I want to cook the traditional New Year's meal, but I also don't want to cook. I cook Thanksgiving. I cook Christmas. I kind of want to chill out. I don't know. Maybe order something that's fun and that's easy. Because if I cook something, I want it to be traditional. But so that will require cooking just like I did for just as long, at least for Thanksgiving and Christmas. You already spoke to customer service about it. That's good. That's good. So what's going on now that they're still like people are still delayed, or is it just all a big setback from over the weekend? Is it all a big setback from Christmas? On my wall, I shared on my community wall, I shared a story where this young lady found she heard like a 65-year-old man. I think it was Buffalo, New York. He was crying for help, and so she found him, and his hands were frostbitten, and she kept him in her home with her and her kids for a couple of days. And she went, I think they said that she went on Facebook, and he was from, I think he was living. He's a group home resident that worked at the movie theater, and when the snow started, he tried to walk home, and he got caught in the storm, and so now his hands are frostbitten, and they're going to try and save his hands. But she took him in her home. I know it's for over 24 hours. It was about 24 to 48 hours, maybe. And she fed him. She took care of him. He was afraid. And when people were able to get through the snow, some good Samaritans came to her house, picked him up to take him to the hospital, and she rode to the hospital with him. And he was I think he wanted her to. He wanted her to ride with him, and she also wanted to ride with him. So that was a good story. That was nice to see that people do still care about people. People do still care about each other. So she kept this man in her home. She didn't know him. He was in, I'm thinking, a mental health group home, but he was highly functioning because he had a job, and he was able to tell her that he was in a group home, and he was able to tell her that he had a job, but you could still tell that he had some mental capacities and capabilities. And so that was nice to see her take care of him. They fed him and everything. And then, like I said, some people were able to come through. They had a truck that could get through all that snow, and they took him to the hospital. And so he's in the hospital. They're trying to save his hands. And I'm just glad she found him. I'm glad she found him, and I'm glad she was willing to take him in. They said that they couldn't get to him. It's bad when you live in an area when it's bad weather like that, and people can't get through. Like they said, getting to her house was like basically, guess it was basically impossible because they had to wait for a while. Like I said, at least a day or two before Good Samaritans were able to come in with the type of vehicle that could get through the snow to get to him to take him to the hospital. You heard about that? She made him some, yeah, right. He has, his hands. I could see his hands, and because of that frostbite was so bad, they're treating him for third-degree burns. So they're hoping to be able to save his hands. I pray that they were able to save his hands. Buffalo, New York got 4 feet of snow. And they couldn't get through. They couldn't get to her house. They said that where she lived, it was almost basically, I guess, impossible to get through the on the roads. And so when somebody was finally able to get to him, they took him. Some Good Samaritans came to her house. So it was just Good Samaritans all the way around because she took him in and she didn't have to. She could have like just tried to call and call and call or go live and stuff like this, like that to try and get him help. But no, she said that she wasn't leaving him out there. She took him in, and it was so sad when he asked, he was really concerned if he was going to be all right or not, and she wouldn't let him get down in his spirits like that. And she rode with him to the hospital, got out, went into the hospital with him, and they were still communicating with each other. And that was really, 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 really a good story. Really good to see people treat each other like people instead of, you know how people can be. Oh, I see where you're saying it's only Southwest. So what's going on with Southwest? Do they have not enough staff? Not enough pilots? What was the issue with them? Oh, okay, okay. The operations was down. Okay, operations system. Wow. That's. I wonder how many people ended up being delayed. Like how many people ended up having their flights delayed. Bet it was a lot of them. Southwest they serve a lot of people. I bet it was a lot of them. That makes me wonder what happened with the system. Maybe it was just. I guess maybe it was just down. Just that down. Sometimes those systems go through stuff like that. Breakdown in the system. Sorry, that's a lot. That's a lot of people. And I'm sure I would think that they reimbursed everybody. Wouldn't it be good if they gave a little extra? They like reimbursed your cost and then gave you a little bit extra for the inconvenience. That would be good. To reimburse you your costs and give you a little bit more for the inconvenience. Yes, I would be like, okay. Like I say a good what? I won't go too hard on them because it was a lot of people. So I say at least like a $200. Yeah, I'd say about 200 bucks. That would be good. That would be good for your for the inconvenience. So I don't know. So I think I'm gonna cook and I'm gonna have some takeout. That's greedy. That's greedy, right? Cook and have takeout. For anybody coming through here, if you stop through this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so that you'll be notified every time I go live. And just sit back. And I know this is StreamYard music, but it can be relaxing. It can be relaxing. Late at night, it can be. It's all good. I'm grateful some people had to sleep on the floor, right, and chairs. I feel bad for people with kids, and elderly people in this situation. Exactly, exactly. Because they probably couldn't. You're right about that because a lot of times people don't. They have just what they have, enough to get them where they're going. To pay for what they've accounted for as far as food for so many days, so many times a day. They have their money down to the penny on what they're going to spend it on. And so to get delayed, to have your flight delayed, they can't stay at a hotel room. So you're right, you have to sleep in those chairs, sleep on the floor, sleep amongst a lot of strangers. You got kids, you got babies, you got the elderly. So yeah, that's right. That's right. It's a blessing to be able to get a hotel room. You need food. You've been delayed for a couple of days. Like I said, you haven't accounted for that type of delay. So I guess that's one thing. When you travel, make sure you travel with a little bit of extra money if you can. Because everybody can't do that. For some people, taking a vacation takes what they have, and they don't have any extra for that. So yeah, it's a blessing to be able to get a hotel room when something like that happens. You have to feed your kids. Oh my goodness. Don't they still allow them to carry pets on? Like little cats and puppies and stuff like that? Don't they still carry on pets? Gonna give me a small cabbage and have some black eyed peas. I want to do oxtails, but I'm sure they are out at my local Walmart. That sounds good, Sonya. Oh my goodness, that sounds good. Some oxtails over a bed of rice right now. Oh my goodness. That sounds so good. That sounds so good. Try it, Sonya. They may have it. They may surprise you. Do you have a Kroger's in your area? Do you have a Kroger or Food Lion or Piggly Wiggly somewhere like that? They may, if you do, they may have oxtails. It's hot. It's hot in my house. Can you believe that? The weather we had last weekend and now it's warming up everywhere. It's warming up everywhere. King Supers. Okay. Yeah, if your Walmart doesn't have them, try them. Definitely Safeway. I would think Safeway may have some. Oh my gosh, it's so hot in here. I'm about tempted to turn the AC on. Let me start off with the ceiling fan. But I don't like ceiling fans. I don't like fans blowing directly on me. I don't get hot easily, but when I do, I don't like it. I can't sleep with a fan blowing directly on me. I cannot handle that. Even maybe if it's on low, but I really don't like the fan like directly on me. But I'm gonna have to turn this ceiling fan on, and I'm just gonna have to move to the other side of my room because it is hot in here. It's hot in here. Jeez, we go from like 13, 15 to like, oh my gosh, it's like 60 degrees right now, and it's almost 1 a.m. and it's like 60 degrees. Crazy. 60 degrees. Okay, let me see. It's 58. 58 degrees. Oh my gosh. That's about right for here, but oh my goodness, like it was like 13 last week. The weather is all over the place. I don't have no heat on. It's pleasant. 61 degrees in Colorado is 22 degrees. Yeah, see, is that about right for Colorado? Is it like about 22? See, it was down here in Georgia in the South, it was like 13, 14, 15. And I like cold weather, but I'm like this. I like it. I like cold weather where it's supposed to be cold. Like when I'm up north, I love cold weather. When I'm down south, I want warm weather. I want pleasant weather, even in the wintertime, because it's not cold long in the south. We get cold, really cold spells now, but it's not cold for long. So, like 22. Okay, we can deal with that for about a month, I guess. If we had to, we'd have no choice. But but you guys in Colorado, like Boston, New York, Michigan, Cleveland, places like that, you guys get used to it. But I say southwest, west to east, southwest to southeast. Mm-mm, mm-mm. That's right for Colorado. Yeah. See, this is even warm for the South though. Like with it being December, almost January, like 58. I'm looking at my maps and it's like 58 to 62 degrees. That's warm. So that's the kind of weather that you have to watch because you either putting on too many clothes and you have to, which is good because you can, if you layer up, you can take them off. But sometimes, people, it's 60 degrees and they leave home in the mornings if it's like 60 degrees and they don't have on jackets, don't have on long sleeves, and around about 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening, it's chilly and you out there stuck, with nothing on your arms, nothing, short sleeves, and people still do it all the time. But I always have like 2 or 3 jackets in my car. Yes, it is. It is. And it's like even in the wintertime, it's warm. It's like, it gets to 20s, 30s, and sometimes it gets frigid, but not for long, not for as long as it would be in Colorado, not for as long as it would be, like I said, like Northeast, in New England area. Not either, that's just, it's going to be cold for a while. When it's winter there, it's winter. So that's why I'm like, I love winter weather when I'm in places where it's cold and it's supposed to be that cold. But down south, I want it to be pleasant. I know, like it's December, and it's not going to be It's supposed to be like 70 something next week. So we just went from 13, 14, 15. That's how it is in the South. You'll get some cold weather, but within a week it may be up to 70 degrees. It's crazy. So like we get cold weather in the South, but then it's like within a week you may be at 70 degrees. So Sonya, if you're still here, when will you guys go back to work? Like when will your husband go back to work? Will you guys like take a week off for the new year, or like once you get home, will you guys be home for like a week or so, or will you be like right back on the road within a couple of days? Oh, okay, okay, okay. I thought you guys were both. I thought you both were together like now. So that's good. That's good. He'll be home next month. That's good. I bet you can't wait to get back on the road because I know you enjoy. I know you enjoy traveling. I know you enjoy getting to see so many places. It's the best way. The best way is to see the United States, Mexico, China. I mean, not China, China, Canada. Is to be a trucker. To be a trucker. My cousin and her husband, they love it. They love it. They love it. They were the other day they were leaving out of Texas, coming through Louisiana, Mississippi. They were gonna stop in Florida, like the northern Florida. After then, hey Boss Man News, welcome, welcome, welcome. After Florida, they were headed up north to like New Jersey. I'm not going with them. I need to relax after this trip. Oh yeah, get you some rest. Get you some rest. This vacation was only my daughter and I. Okay, that's good. That's good. You and your daughter get to spend some time together with family. Boss Man News says, "Hey Lions in chat. Hey Boss Man News, how you doing? I'm glad to have y'all in the chat. I just came on to stream for a minute because I need me some watch time. But I'm glad you guys came through and showing support. That's what I need. I need some watch hours. Anybody that comes through, give me a thumbs up if you don't mind. Tap the notification bell so that you'll know when we go live, when I upload a video, and all that stuff. Leave a comment so I can come back through and show you some support. And I'd appreciate it. Sonya says, "Hey, Boss Man News." Boss Man News says, "Hey, Sonya." Yeah, Sonya, that's good quality mommy daughter time. Mommy daughter time. My girls, I think my girls and I are going on a vacation. Well, we're going on a big vacation over the summer, Lord's willing, but I want to go on a vacation like, I guess spring break is close enough. Because look, y'all, you remember last year flew by so fast. I can remember like last year asking everybody what they were doing or where they were going if they were traveling for spring break. You're welcome, boss man. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for coming through and showing support. I can remember asking everybody, like in the chat. I remember Rock was going somewhere. I think well, no, no, she may have said that she was gonna wait for summer. It was just like a lot of us were talking, y'all, and we were talking about spring break. So it had to be like January, February, because spring break is March. Yep, yep, we are. I think we're gonna fly to California. But on the upcoming the upcoming vacation, we may drive because we I have no idea where we're going. We just want to just take a small vacation. But yeah, we're going to California. We're going to drive. I mean, we're going to fly. If I'm not mistaken, we're going Southwest on here. We're going Southwest. I hope there are no delays. Yeah. Boss Man News, I got to come over there and check you out, bro, because y'all know how they do. They drop the notifications like some notifications, like if I get a notification right now, like I got a notification. I don't know how they do the shorts. I heard some people say they don't do notifications for shorts, but they do notifications for shorts. Mine are always late. They're always late. Like Lucinda was in here when I first went live, and right before I went live, I got a notification that Lucinda dropped a short, and I think the short was from yesterday. So I'm still not. I still don't understand how YouTube does their thing. So I have to make a conscious effort to go to some people's channels to make sure, to support, leave a comment, say hello or something, because they drop videos or they drop shorts, and sometimes the notifications seem like they get lost. I've gotten notifications where a person has done a short, and I click on it to go watch it, and there are comments, and then the short is like 3 days old. We usually go Southwest. This is the first time I had a delay. Okay, I've done Southwest mostly too. I think I did. Think I did United a couple of times, but I'm usually a Southwest person. I usually use Southwest too. Southwest and the time that we did use was it United or America? I forgot which one because we only used them like twice. I'm trying to remember if it was United. They were good. Let's see. Was it American? I think it was American Airlines. It was American. It was American Airlines. So I've used them a couple of times, and they were good too. But we tend to stick with Southwest. Yeah, we tend to stick with Southwest. I think it was American. I may be wrong. It may have been United because I've only used them like twice. Just saying, I can't even remember which one it is. I should have remembered just in case I can't book with Southwest. Now I'd be in a dilemma like which one would be better. Start looking at reviews. Have you ever used United or American, Sonya? Have you flown United Airlines or American Airlines? Because I need to have one of them as my backup in case I can't book Southwest. I don't know why I'm watching the news. I guess I'm up because I wanted to at least let this play for like an hour. Okay, did you like so which one did you like? Would you say Southwest is better or would you prefer United? As far as like booking, um ease of booking, flights available, customer service, which one do you prefer? Or were they both, satisfactory? So Sonya, you're leaving at I know it doesn't take 12 hours. You said 5 a.m. and you'll get home at 5:30 p.m. So how long is the actual flight from Mississippi to Colorado? How long is the actual flight? Both are good. Okay. Okay. So you said United. Okay. That's good because something's telling me that I used American when I didn't use Southwest, and they were good. Whichever one it was, they were good. I just can't remember. For some reason, I cannot remember. I think it was United Airlines. I don't know. I don't know. But it's good to know they're pretty good. Oh, 19 more minutes. I was trying to stay on here an hour. Y'all, I'm getting so sleepy. I'm gonna let I guess I'll let this thing run. StreamYard gonna be like, you use up all your hours. You gotta upgrade. If I fall asleep, it may run for 2 or 3 hours. I was off work today. I don't know why I'm sleepy because I slept in. I didn't get up early. Okay. I had 3 stops: Memphis to Houston and Denver to Colorado Springs. Okay. Okay. I gotcha. Goodness. So I guess probably without those stops, I'm thinking you'd probably be home in like 5 hours, 5 to 6 hours maybe. But that comes with it. That comes with it. I remember a long time ago when I was like a kid, when I was younger, when my family members, the big thing back then was the Greyhound. Because my family, they weren't flying. Some of them probably did, but most of them they weren't flying. It was Amtrak. It was the Amtrak railway or Greyhound, and Amtrak was so much faster than Greyhound. Greyhound, unless you weren't going that far, and even sometimes you could just be going to the next state, like Georgia to Alabama or Georgia to South Carolina, and they'd have like an hour, hour and a half, and it would be so frustrating. My aunts, my cousins would be so frustrated. But when we used the Amtrak was just fun because you could eat and all this stuff. You can order food, but with Greyhound, you got to take what you're eating with you, or you got to wait until you get to one of your stops. And it's very rare that you go straight through. Like I said, even if it's just the next state over, on Greyhound, you go out of the way sometimes within the state that you're in, and then you get to your next place. So imagine if you're on a Greyhound and you're traveling from like 3 to 4 states over, like if you're traveling from Texas to South Carolina, you got Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, or even Texas to Georgia, Texas to Alabama. Sometimes you have like an hour and a half layover, or longer, it could be longer. But with the train, oh, the train was so much. The train was fun. It was fun traveling on the train. My family did not fly. They did not. They did not like to fly, but they do now. A lot of us do now. I'll be home probably before 5:30. Hopefully, a Greyhound. Yes, never Amtrak. I would love to travel on. Yes, Amtrak is so fun. It's so fun. Back in the day, I've traveled on a Greyhound before, and I wouldn't like to do it now. But when we were younger, and it was younger, and it was younger, as a transportation source, it was okay. It was okay, but not now. No, not now. I wouldn't do a Greyhound. Now, it's easy to say what I wouldn't do, but I wouldn't plan to. You just never know. You never know what your money situation may look like, but I wouldn't choose Greyhound. I would probably do Amtrak because Amtrak is fun. It's fast. It is fast. I will say it's fast. I was about to say, so they stopped the loop for me. Thought the music is stopped. It's like, come on, StreamYard. You're like 15 minutes. Who's up, YouTube? I know y'all creeping through the YouTube streets. I know people are up. They're up. They're watching. These YouTube streets be cutting up, so they probably up watching some action, drama, suspense. Really? Now I haven't flown Frontier, and what's the other one? Oh my goodness, what's the other one? Sonya, do you know what the one is that was like really inexpensive? I think it starts with an S. With a S. What is the? What is it? I haven't flown Frontier, and I haven't flown. Is it Spirit? Is it Spirit Airline? Do they still fly? Do they still offer flights? Yes, I have flown Delta. Yes, I've flown Delta. I did like Delta, but at one point there was, I think it's called Spirit Airlines or something like that, and people like, I guess because it wasn't big like Delta or Southwest and American and all that, people at first didn't want to use it, but now they do. Is Sprint Airlines? I thought there was one called Spirit, but whatever it is, it was like the flights were cheap. The flights were cheap, and people would. Oh, hold on. Yeah, You know what? Girl, these phones, they sit here and listen to you. Spirit. Yeah, Spirit Airlines. I haven't flown Spirit. I haven't flown Frontier or JetBlue. Have you ever used JetBlue? Yeah, I haven't flown those. Now, I used to hear that Spirit was really cheap, but I don't know. They're still in business. People would have complaints and stuff, but I'm like, it's just like with anything. If it's not that expensive, you're gonna have to deal with some of the stuff that you wouldn't deal with a bigger airline or a bigger company. Yes, it's Spirit and JetBlue. I have not used JetBlue. Never JetBlue. See, I didn't even know. I'm looking. I honestly thought that it was just still the like four major ones: United, American, Delta, and Southwest. Boss man says Amtrak is okay, but travel okay to travel, but I like driving. I'm just saying, a lot of people like to drive themselves. Boss man, a lot of people do. Oh, okay. You think Sprint's gone out of business? Okay, I got you. I got you. Yes, boss man. A lot of people do. They like to drive themselves, no matter how far they have to go. They like driving themselves. Like um my cousins, they drove to Boston from Florida. from Tampa. And I'm like, oh my goodness. I mean, it was enough to take turns. It was, but still, oh my goodness. That's the only thing when you start thinking about like going across country. Like, do you want to drive that far and do you want to have to take so much time? Because flying, you get there within hours. The Amtrak, maybe within hours to a day. Oh my gosh. And Greyhound, oh my gosh. You might take 2 days with Greyhound. But driving can take like a day. Driving can take a day depending on where you're going. But some people do prefer to drive and they don't care how far it is. They prefer driving. They don't want to use, they don't want somebody else driving them by way of Amtrak or bus. They don't want to be on a plane. They don't like flying. So they prefer to drive. A lot of people are that way. I understand because when I was younger with my kids, I would always vacation with somewhere that we could drive, like somewhere that we could drive. And I don't know, because I just didn't want to use transportation, other transportation either. But I was used to Amtrak because we used to use Amtrak to go from New York to Georgia, from Massachusetts to Alabama. So I was used to Amtrak. Sonya says I'd be on the road enough. 16 hours, just my daughter. I know, man. So it would have taken you 16 hours, Sonya. Oh my goodness, that's a long. That's yeah. That's mm-mm. That's the only thing I think. When you're young, sometimes unless you're used to it. Like I had one cousin, she was used to traveling by herself. Back in the day, you had to still be careful and try to have someone to kind of watch out for me if you could. But she would be on the truck, the Greyhound by herself. She would travel on, and they would just communicate with the drivers and stuff. People don't help out like that like they used to. But she's would go on Greyhound by herself. She was like 10, and her mom just had to work, but she didn't want her home like in the summer. She didn't want her home alone. And so if she couldn't drive her, she developed a relationship with the people with Greyhound. And so they would watch her and stuff and get her, make sure she got down here where she was supposed to be. And then she started using the train. So it was a little bit better with the train. And so that cousin, she'll use the train, she'll fly, she'll use Greyhound even. She's just so used to traveling and using, paid transportation. But I used to when I was, like I said, when I was younger, I would drive. I would just make sure that we would vacation within 4 to 5 hours of home so I could drive. So that, somebody, my sister, my mom, um, my brother, somebody we could drive. And it's a difference when it's like, okay, I go 2.5 hours, you go 2.5 hours. But when it's time to go back home, way up north, talking about 18 hours, you got 3 people. That's still a lot of time to be taking turns. It's like 6 hours apiece. And it's not bad, like to stay up to 6 hours, but it's just sitting kind of, I like, okay, I gotta stretch. I gotta get out and gotta stretch. I bet Boss Man be driving. I bet Boss Man drive. And then you know what? People like that, they love to drive too. It's like some people, they just trust their own driving. They want to do their own driving. A lot of people are like that. I get it. I get it. So do you have any plans? Do y'all have any plans? Anybody who watches this video, leave it in the comments. What plans do you have? I think I must have asked earlier, do you even make New Year's resolutions anymore, or do you just try and do things better? I think most people just try to be a little bit better. But there are some people who still make New Year's resolutions. 22 hours driving from Syracuse, New York to Florida. Yep, that sounds, yeah. I think I think when I was on years ago, I don't know about now, but years ago, it took like 18 hours from Boston to Alabama, to Georgia too. Because when we go to Georgia, it took about 18 hours. So I wonder how long does it take now? That was a long time ago. So much has changed. Speed limits. I'm sure the limits that the trains can travel, all that stuff has changed. Yes, it is. It's spirit. I was so tickled. I was like, Sonya said Sprint. I thought it was Spirit. Yeah, it's Spirit Airlines. But see, I don't hear much about them, and I wonder if they've gone out of business. People would complain about them. I guess the service wasn't good, but the prices were great. The service wasn't good, but the prices were great. And if oh, let me look and see if they've gone out of business, it's probably because people complained about the customer service. But then again, some people just don't. When flights are too cheap, people are a little bit afraid to use it. It's still around. Okay, I thought it was Spirit because I had a friend that did traveling nursing, and she would use Spirit because it was really reasonable, and she didn't have a problem with them. She said that the customer service was fine to her with her, but I guess it just depends on where you are, what location, who you encounter, because she never complained about them, so they are still around. Well, that's good. Yeah, I knew it was Spirit, but then I was started to wonder if Sprint had one after you said Sprint, because these companies do so much. They could be a phone company, and next thing you know, they're an airline. I mean, they do so much. Or just like a lot of these phone companies are now cable companies. So I knew it was Spirit. I knew it's like it starts with an S, and it just came to me as I looked it up, and I was like, okay, Spirit, and they had it on the list, but I just didn't know. I didn't know if it was still around. I mean, I didn't know if they were still in business. So, did you guys get what did you guys get for Christmas? Some people don't care to get anything for Christmas. They're just glad, Christmas is a blessing. They're glad they've seen the holidays, and I'm so glad of that. But for those who did get something for Christmas, what did you get for Christmas? Yep, yep, boss man. It's like you have to pray about the routes of transportation that you use. They say it's safer in a plane. I don't know. Either way, you just have to pray. Whether you ride, fly, sail, you have to pray about it. My girls, my boy, my boy, they hard headed, y'all. The more you tell them not to buy you something for Christmas, the more they buy. It's like the more you tell them not to buy, the more they buy. Do y'all have family members like that? Not just kids, just anybody, like your husband, your wife, your significant other. It's like the more you tell them don't get me anything, or maybe like if you know that they're gonna get something, you say like, well, don't bring a whole boatload of stuff here. Just get me like one or two things, two or three things. And it's like the more you say don't, the more they do. If you put a limit on it, if you say, well, just get me like two or three gifts, they get you like 20 or 30. People gonna do what they want to do, and even if you even if you say don't do it, then just let them do it. You just gotta let them do it. I tell my kids, don't get all this stuff. Like save that money or do something else or let's go somewhere or something. They're like, oh, we can go somewhere, but we can still buy stuff too. So I'm like, okay, 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 we can do that too. And what did y'all get for Christmas? What did y'all buy for other people? Like, what gifts did you all get other people? If you celebrate Christmas by giving gifts, what gifts did you guys give other people? Sonya, I'm still so tickled about this Sprint. Yeah, you never know. I can see Sprint, T-Mobile, AT&T. I can see them having an airline. Oh, Sonya, it's an hour and 2 minutes. An hour and 2 minutes. I'm gonna let that thing go for about 5 more minutes. Look, I have to remember. They say they'll take a minute or two from you. I was trying to get me an hour. I got it. I got it. I got it. We'll try and go live later on today. Well, what's now today? It's Friday. Because my little hours, they falling off from last year. I'm like, don't be taking my hours, but give me my hours back. Actually, they aren't so little. I need them. I was online seeing how much a ticket from Spirit was. It's way cheaper than Southwest. Yeah, yep, it is. It is. Like I said, I had a friend I have a friend, she's a traveling nurse, and she said that Spirit was so much cheaper than the other airlines. But a lot of people, I guess, anytime something's like cheap compared to, you want cheap, you want a deal, right? But whenever it's cheap, say if you have five other companies that do the same thing, and you have that one company that's really cheap, it gives people, they pause and they're like, why does this not cost what the others cost? But from what I've been told, it's always been cheaper. And most people are satisfied. Most people that I know who use Spirit, they're satisfied with it. Is it as good as American, Delta, and the rest? They said they've flown better as far as like the actual, I guess sometimes the customer service can be an issue. But like I said, my friend as a nurse said that she hasn't ever had a problem with customer service. I've just heard, I guess reviews. I've seen reviews and people just hearing people talk. And sometimes you have to kind of wonder because sometimes people seem like they want to down something for whatever reason. But I think kind of in the news, I heard issues maybe with booking and stuff like that. But she says that she has never had a problem with them, that's any different from any other airline, and that they were really cheap. Just enjoy with family. Right, boss man. Just enjoy with family. Yeah, Sonya. So I've heard that they're way cheaper too. I'm gonna check into Spirit a little bit more because they are still around, and they must be doing something right. Any business is gonna have that set or those employees who are great employees. You're gonna have those employees who May not be great, but they aren't bad. They do what they have to do. And then you have those employees who really don't want to work, and they come to work anyway. And you're like, why did you come if you don't want to be here? So Sonya says, I'm stuck with Delta of Southwest. You're stuck. Yeah, and some people have and you know what? That's the thing too. Some people have their favorite. It's just like a car. Some people will always buy the same car every time they get a new car. It's going to be that same car or truck. They don't want anything new. Delta or Southwest. Yeah. Are those the only two in your area, Sonya? So I guess Spirit is good. I would say from what I've heard so far, most about it from a personal, from having a friend, and not just people leaving reviews and stuff. She hasn't had an issue, unless she's had one since the last time I talked to her. Oh, okay, I got you. Well, I'm looking at this elliptical. I might as well get on it now. It's like I was sleepy a few minutes ago, but I'm not so sleepy. If I go ahead and get on it now, then I won't have to get on in the morning. I don't know why. I just like jumped up and looked at the elliptical, and I'm like, why not just get that out of the way? Why not get that over with? And I won't have to do it later on. I appreciate you guys for staying on here, hanging in with me, Sonya and Boss Man News. I appreciate Lucinda for coming through. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. You know, who didn't come through here? Cool Gamer. Cool Gamer does not miss a live, y'all. He does not miss a live. I don't care whose live it is. Cool Gamer does not. I've said it like this. He or she only misses. You can count the lives that they miss. I put it like that. Because he's not in all of them, but he's in most of them. That is how I am about Honda Accords. I love them. Or Toyota. Yeah, Toyota, Honda, other cars don't quite amaze me like them. Yep, a lot of people, those are the two, Sonya. Honda and Toyota. A lot of people say that that's all that they'll buy. They only want to buy a Honda. They're only going to buy a Honda. And you have some people who only buy Toyota. It was funny when you said you like both of them, though. Because it's most people, they're kind of like Honda people. They're Toyota people. But they are both good cars. They typically, Honda and Toyota do both make good cars. Even their less expensive cars have a reputation of being decent cars. And you have some people who that's all they'll buy is a Honda or a Toyota. And then you have those who, if they're buying a truck, they may buy a little bit differently. Nissan's okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right. People have. I think those three have been the old traditional go-tos for most people. But Nissan Altima, Nissan, what is it? Nissan Altima, What's another Nissan? Oh my goodness, I can't think of another Nissan. It's not the Altima, Maxima. It was the Nissan Maxima, Nissan Altima. Those were go-tos for Nissan. Yeah, GMC trucks. I have friends that they'll only buy a Dodge truck. I have friends that'll only buy Chevy, and I know people that'll only buy Ford trucks. Honda, of course, it's the Honda Accord. What's this next favorite Honda? Uh, it was on the tip of my tongue. I was just about to say it. GMC trucks. Yep. The Nissan Maxima, Nissan Altima were the top two Nissans. Toyota Camry, Toyota, Toyota Camry, and what is it? They're like two. There's another top Toyota. I cannot think of it. Toyota Camry, Toyota. I can't think of it. The Toyota Tercel, but that was like that was the cheaper one, I think. What is it? Good- Honda Civic, yeah. Okay, Honda Accord, Honda Civic, um, Nissan Maxima, Nissan Altima, Toyota Camry, Toyota Corolla. I think like all of them had like their top two. And then there's a Tercel, who is like when you go into the lower cars, the ones that are. I mean, to me, any car is great, especially if it's brand new. If it's brand new, I was always taught any car is great if it's brand new. Even if it's not brand new, I mean, whatever can fit your pocket, as long as it's a good car and not something that's going to give you problems all the time. But when you're talking about new cars, Toyota people want the Camry or the Corolla. Nissan people want the Maxima or the Altima, and Honda people want the what was it for Honda? Girl, I done forgot. I'm getting sleep again. Honda Accord and Honda what is it? The second one for Honda? Honda Accord and Honda. I just got done talking about I'm sleepy. I wasn't sleepy. Honda Civic. Yeah, yeah, Honda Civic. You just put it in there. Honda Civic. Yeah. Honda Accord, Honda Civic, Toyota Camry, Toyota Corolla. Ooh, that's a hard one. Um, Nissan Maxima, Nissan Altima. And then Hyundai came around. Hyundai did come around. And I don't, what's the top one for Hyundai? Um, Sonata, Hyundai Sonata, and Hyundai Elantra. The top two for those. And what's Ford? Ford, I don't know what's the top thing for Ford. Yeah, Civic. Yeah, Honda Accord, Honda Civic, Nissan Maxima Altima, and Toyota Camry Corolla. And now that there's Hyundai, it's Hyundai. Well, Hyundai's been around a long time now. Hyundai, Hyundai Sonata, Hyundai Elantra. Those Sonatas, people complained about the Sonatas at one point, but I hear they're okay now. What's the lottery doing, y'all? I have no idea. Is it? Do I need lottery tickets? Yeah. What's the lottery? I haven't heard anybody talk about the lottery. Who won the last one? How long ago was the last one won? I think it's about time to buy some lottery tickets. That's the best kind of gambling it is. Because going to that casino will make you mad. Going to that casino will make you mad. Ford Fusion, yeah, Ford Fusion. Um, Ford Fusion, Ford. Does Ford make an Edge, Ford Edge, or is that like an SUV? I can't remember. Ford Fusion, um Ford Edge. But I can't remember if the Ford Edge is a car or an SUV. Y'all help me out because I cannot remember. But yep, I remember the Ford Fusion because I remember when a friend of mine bought one. She was like, I'm gonna buy this for work. Have this as my work car. I was like, girl, please, that car is new. Work. I'll just buy that. Just buy it for your work car. I use old cars for work cars. You don't buy lottery tickets, Sonya? I don't buy them much, but I do when I get a chance. Like if I'm in a place that sells them, especially like if I'm traveling. But lately, I've been wanting to get lottery tickets more and more. It's an SUV. I thought so. I thought so. There's another SUV too that I can't think of it right now. It falls under Nissan. It's popular. It's a what is it? About 10 years ago, they were kind of new. I thought Ford Edge was an SUV. Yes, I need lottery tickets. I need to go and I need to go to a casino that's gonna let me win. That's gonna let me win. You get tired of putting your money in the machine. Well, the casino is like, you know what you would you hey, you know what you bargained for when you came in here. The casino do good sometimes. They do good by you sometimes. I will give them that. If you know how far to go, they do good by you sometimes. But it's not funny, but what's so crazy is when people win a lot of money and then they give it back, like they play it back to the casino. I know people that'll win a lot of money and they'll play it right back. Like, oh my gosh, they'll play that money right back. And that's what they wait on. They wait on you to play it right back and give it right back to them. Your money, they want your money and they want you to give them their money back. Yeah, that's it, Sonya Murano. That's it. Nissan Murano. Because like the Ford Edge and Nissan Murano, are they kind of they may not be similar, but seems like they were kind of popular at the same time. Well, I probably wouldn't have thought of that until I got off here, Murano. That's what it. That's different. That's exactly it. Oh my gosh, my eyes are dry. Goodness. Allergies or something else. Allergies. If you don't have dry eyes, allergies will make you have dry eyes. Dry eyes, allergies, cold. This season. This is just the season. My goodness, y'all be safe. Be safe. If you come through here, please give me a thumbs up. Tap the notification bell so that you'll know when I go live. Tap it for all notifications. Please, please, please. Thank you, Boss Man News. Thank you, Sonya. Thank you, Lucinda. Thank you, Sonya. Thank you, Lucinda. Thank you, Boss Man News. Thank you guys for coming through here and spending some time with me. It's like 1:19. I've been on here for an hour and 19 minutes. That's good. Now somebody come through here and watch, watch, watch. Please watch, watch, watch. Support, support, support. Sonya says, I have gambled at the casino just for fun. Yes, yes, Sonya. You have to go in thinking just for fun because so many people go into the casino to gamble, but they're going in to like hit it big and they just keep playing and keep playing and keep playing. And I remember being younger and my mom would go into the casino with her set amount of money. And if once that money ran out, she would put her purse in her lap. She'd fold her arms, and I'm like, "Mom, you done playing?" And my sister would be like, "Mom, you want to play some more? You done?" And that was it. She said that's for fun. You come in here, you have a set amount that you're fine with playing with and being okay. You're not okay with losing any, but you have a limit on what you're willing to lose. And once she hit that limit, that was it. That was it. Because some people go in there gambling and they're going in there to hit it big. And I'm like, don't you know the other 500 people are in here to hit it big? And they ain't letting everybody hit it big. Yes, it is, Sonya. It is. It is. It is. It is. It's 1:49 where I am, and you know what? I was sleeping, and then all of a sudden I perked up. I think that was just me fighting sleep. So I'm about to get out of here, you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you guys for coming through this live. You all know peace, positivity, and prosperity. Go into the new year and make it prosperous, make it happy, make it set goals, and strive for your goals. Your mom was smart. Yes, yes. Sonya, it didn't matter if it lasted, if whatever she went to play with, if it lasted an hour, she was done. If it lasted 30 minutes, she was done. If it lasted 2 hours, she was done. The only thing we had to deal with though is if it only lasted 30 minutes and we weren't done. You know, when mama say let's go, you got to go ahead and try to gamble. You might just say, well, mom, we just got here. You might stay another 30 minutes or so, but she wasn't like that though. She didn't say anything, but it just used to bother me because it's like she's done. She's not taking any money from you to gamble. She's done. I think when her thinking was she said a set amount. She took out a set amount to be willing to win off of or to be willing to lose, and so she wasn't willing to lose a lot. So whatever she said that amount was, that was it. She didn't want anybody to give her any extra to play with. That was it. Because to her, even if it was your money or her money, whatever that amount was that she set as the limit, that's it. Now she'll sit and she'll wait patiently on you. But then I would feel funny. I'm like, she ain't playing. We just playing. I'm like, okay, let me hurry up and go ahead and play. So she won't be sitting here. But then it would be times where she'd be doing so good and she'd be winning. It may be 2 or 3 hours in and she's still playing because she's won some money. So at that point, she's playing on their money to her and like to me too. Because when I win, I'm like, okay, I'm playing on their money now. But my thing is, she may win if she hit five. Say for instance, she wins $500. If it's 520, 530, 540, she may play that, but she's keeping that 500. Me, if I play $20, $30 and win 500, girl, somebody got to still try to make me get up out there. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna play it to like 400. Then it's like, okay, it's getting high. It's getting high. I might play it down to 300, and I might go ahead and leave. That's how I am. So I'm like, let me play a little bit of the money that I did win. But yes, thank you guys. Thank you, Sonya. Again, thank you, Boss Man News. Thank you, Lucinda. I will see you guys later on today. Y'all have a great rest of your night and safe travels, Sonya. Hope you and your daughter make it home safely, and I hope you guys have a good flight. So I'll see you later. Bye bye, y'all.